Ask any Zillennial what the greatest sports movie of all time is, and you will get a pretty passionate response, with points and counterpoints. But one film is always in the discussion: Days of Thunder. You know the movie, the one where Tom Cruise goes around in a big circle? Not ringing any bells? How about that epic rental car racing scene that seemed like it was straight out of a Mario Kart battle? 35 years have gone by since Days of Thunder premiered, and most of us have let Father Time do what Father Time does, setting us in our ways and hardening our position on things.
Get off my lawn.
Until about a year ago, when a new movie would come out that would challenge that perception. What movie am I talking about? F1. A movie with stunning visuals that were not computer generated and sound quality to match. I personally had never been in a movie that made me feel like I was in a race car before. Full disclosure, I come from a very heavy NFL background, where the sun rises and sets with the Philadelphia Eagles. I'd never heard of F1 before. What is this movie or this sport that with these cars that look like they're rockets on wheels? And why are they this far off the ground? This is a sport that is held across the globe 10 months a year. And I'll be honest with you, when I saw this movie, I thought it was being dumbed down for the audience, especially me. The way the paddocks look, the team meetings, and tire management, soft, medium, and hard. It's completely real, or close enough. I mean, come on, there's no way that a sport where teams are worth $1-2 billion apiece are having team meetings about soft, medium, and hard tires. That just doesn't make sense to me. But it turns out they have scienced the shit out of this sport. They have wind tunnels with small versions of their cars so that they can replicate drag and aerodynamics. And they have simulators, which, believe it or not, is a very large part of this sport. The drivers are only allowed to use their cars 3 days a year. So they have no choice but to sit in basically big video game systems. This is not a pedestrian sport. There are no product placements in this video. But what I've seen from this sport and this movie, I'm going to watch it the best way I can. Recently, the Miami Sprint and GP was held in Hollywood, Florida, going around the Hard Rock Stadium on a track that consists of 19 turns. And wouldn't you know, soft, medium, and hard tires. And though the visuals and the sound lived up to the hype, I will admit I had some problems with this broadcast.
They've slowed down. We've not seen the graphic, not got the graphic at the moment, but
we need to see the replay of
and we'll bring you the replay as soon as we can.
In an NFL world, you have maybe 15 seconds to get up an instant replay. But technical errors do happen. But what about the weather discussion?
Any rain does fall,
there's a possible short shower.
a shower.
Where the rain comes down, definitely getting darker outside of
No rain predicted right now.
Possible rain in the an absolute deluge, a dry race.
few drops.
In the distance, does that look like a little bit of light rainfall?
I mean, come on, guys. As someone who's been a resident of South Florida for the better part of the last 3 decades, hearing this was like talking to my friends while watching the Weather Channel back in the 90s.
The extended forecast.
And even though I did have some issues with the commentary of the broadcast, I will admit that this sport, watching it this way, is very close to the movie, and I found myself really wanting to know more. This weekend I received a Playseat Challenge DD-F1 Edition cockpit and a G923 Logitech wheel McLaren Edition. And though this would be a perfect time for an unboxing video, I'm never going to be that guy. After sitting in this cockpit and using this steering wheel for the better part of the last 3 days, I have to admit, my view of this sport has changed dramatically. I have been playing F1 2025 using this equipment till about 2-3 o'clock in the morning. It does bring up a lot of questions for me. What is brake bias? What is differential? Why do you need to shift? These are all technical details that I'm hoping over the course of however long this takes to learn. So where do we go from here? This journey has no set destination, but I'm hoping to maybe one day have an experience like this guy and maybe talk to this guy. In any event, I'm going to share everything I experience and learn with you along the way. Welcome to the Griddle. My name is Mr. DLE, and I'll catch you next time.